what is One Piece has been the biggest mystery in this manga series authored by Eiichiro Oda since the plot of the story grown and expanded. As we can see, initially at the beginning of the One Piece manga in chapter 1 in 1997, each and every one of us believed that One Piece is the greatest treasure left by Pirate King Gold D. Roger at a certain place. Well, at that time we thought that One Piece was some kind of gold, jewelry and money. But then when Oda exposed to us about the ancient kingdom, the Void Century, the history of Joy Boy, the Poneglyph and other mysteries in One Piece world, it all seems to be related to One Piece. And for sure, all this kind of thing make us begin to wonder what actually the One Piece is. Is it really a treasure in form of gold, jewelry and money? Or maybe it is something else? And the peak of our curiosity regarding to this issue came when Oda had released the chapter of 967 on 4th January 2020, where Oda showed the reaction of Goldie Roger once he arrived at the final island in One Piece world. As being told by Kozuki Oden at the end of the chapter, Oden said that, and in the face of the vast treasure, which was very real indeed, Roger just laughed. And so did the rest of the Roger Pirates crew. They will laugh until tears sprang to their eyes. Roger himself then named the last island as the Lafro Tale. This was absolutely an immense revelation from Oda to us that has been caused a lot and lots of theory produced about the reason why did Roger and his crewmate laugh and what is the One Piece. So guys, finally I have solved the biggest mystery in One Piece, and this is the answer of why did Roger and his crewmates laugh when they arrived at Lafro Tale and what is the One Piece, I guess. But before that, I hope that you guys will drop a like and share this video around the world, because this is one of my biggest project that has been produced by me and my brother Zahir Asna from AB channel. And also please consider to subscribe to our YouTube channel if you love this theory. And also special thanks to Dark Sake, Ohara and 333ville YouTube channel that has been inspired me to produce this theory. To be exact, the video of Lafro Tale by Dark Sake, the best One Piece theory by Ohara, and also the movie piece by 333ville, where from these videos I do agree with their opinion that Poneglyph couldn't be the reason why Roger and his crewmates laughed when they arrived at the island, because it would take time for them to decipher the Poneglyph and understand it. But then in chapter 967, Roger did laugh when he saw the vast treasure without any hesitation, and so did the crew. But then the One Piece itself that has been said by Dark Sake as an afro made me wonder about a few things. The same thing goes with the movie piece that has been proposed by 333ville YouTube channel, but I can assure you guys that those theories of them are very good and enjoyable to watch. I really recommend that you guys to watch that video later. I will leave the links of the video in the description below. These videos triggered me to find another answer for this mystery, so I began to do my research and dive deeper to find something that could be the hint that have been left by Oda Sensei to us for the answer. Well, first I tried to take a look at what is the treasure that could make the Roger's pirates laugh. As we already knew, in an interview with Momoko Sakura in 2014, Eiichiro Oda himself has confirmed that One Piece will be a physical reward, which means it's got to be a treasure in form of gold, jewelry and money. But then I couldn't find the link about how could one greatest treasure make someone laugh so much. Plus, Roger also said that the reason why he laughed was because of the Joy Boy. Roger said that he wished he had been born in Joy Boy era, and it was quite a treasure Joy Boy left behind and a tale full of laugh. This showed to us that the treasure was indeed an immense treasure, but the tale of Joy Boy is what makes Roger and his crewmates laugh. But then again, if it was a poneglyph that they saw, it would take time for them to decipher. How could they laugh immediately when they see that treasure and knowing the tale? Plus, as we all knew this far, the story of Joy Boy is one of the most tragic story. I mean, the story of a man that once was defeated by the 20 kingdom that unite to go against him, and a story about the falling of ancient kingdom is not something to be laughed at. This makes me want to know more about Joy Boy. Then I start to do some more research from the manga, and this is what I found. Joy Boy is a name held by two known people, being a highly significant historical term. The first and most well-known one was an extremely relevant figure in the Void Century who played an important role in the history of Fishman Island and left behind a certain item of unimaginable value on the last island of the Grand Line. He was first mentioned by the Ryugu Poneglyph read by Nico Robin while at the Sea Forest. Based on the historical recordings of this Joy Boy left on the Poneglyph, it was believed that Joy Boy would return around 800 years after the Void Century. After Monkey D. Luffy awakened his devil fruit, the Hito Hitonomi model Nika, and his heartbeat took on the sound of the drums of liberation, Zunisha stated that Joy Boy had returned. More than 800 years ago, during the Void 8th century, the residents of Fishman Island made a promise to a great man known as Joy Boy. He attempted to raise Noah with Poseidon's aid, but he broke his promise to Fishman Island due to an unknown reason. At some point, this person became a comrade of Zunisha. At a different point, Joy Boy came across an island which would later be named Lafro Tale by Goldie Roger and left behind a treasure that would come to become known to the world as One Piece. At some point, this person will see. The original Joy Boy left messages regarding his return 800 years later. One of those messages was to Fishman Island and to Poseidon, apologizing for breaking his promise and promising that someone would fulfill it in the future. Another message was left at the unnamed island claiming that he would return in 800 years time. When the Rogers pirate conquered the Grand Line by reaching the then unnamed island, they read the message and learned the true history of the world but decided to leave it as it is, as they were too early. Roger declared that he wished the two could have lived during the same period upon learning the true history on Lafro Tale. Fishman Island's half of the promise was also broken during the event of Fishman Island arc when Monkey D. Luffy was asked to protect the island no matter what the cost, even if it meant that Noah had to be destroyed in the process. Before Luffy could destroy the ship completely, Noah's fall was stopped by a group of sea kings that was summoned unknowingly by Shirahoshi, thus saving Fishman Island and maintaining the nation's promise to Joy Boy. However, the ship was still heavily damaged. The sea kings then took the ship to the sea forest where they planned to fix it. According to King Neptune, there is a legend in the royal family regarding the person who will fulfill Joy Boy's promise. Amatsuki Toki would use her abilities to head to future Wano in search of the day of Joy Boy's return. During the Roger Pirates' journey, after Kozuki Oden joined, they traveled to Fishman Island, and on their way, both Roger and Oden heard the Sea Kings talk about the birth of someone who will lead them in 25 years along with the new Poseidon. After the crew's discovery on Lafro Tale, Oden returned to his home in Wano country, which also had a connection to Joy Boy, and made plans to open up the enclosed land in preparations to Joy Boy's return. However, his efforts were foiled by the then Shogun Kozuki Orochi and Pirate Kaido, and he was then killed by Kaido, so he left the task to his retainers. At an unknown point in time, Kaido learned about Joy Boy and has been searching for the next one for an unknown reason. King, a member of the Beast Pirate and a Lunarian, seemingly believed that Kaido could have become Joy Boy and changed the world, although he eventually came to dismiss the figure as a mere legend. Sometime after Oden's death, Yamato, Kaido's child and an admirer of Oden, took up Oden's name and, after learning the truth from Oden's journal, worked to fulfill his dream. After Monkey D. Luffy was defeated by Kaido on the Skull Dome rooftop, Zunisha proclaimed that it could hear the drums of liberation, Kaiho no Doramu, and that Joy Boy had returned. Luffy then began to regain consciousness and grin, awakening his devil fruit and transforming into his gift fifth form for the first time. After Luffy won their match, Kaido recalled an earlier conversation he had with King where he said that Joy Boy would be the one to defeat him, implying that in his final moments, he recognized that Luffy was Joy Boy after all. From all of this information, it doesn't seem like Joy Boy is some kind of funny person that could make Roger laugh. Until then, when I reread the chapter of 1044 entitled as The Warrior of the Liberation, which is one of the most phenomenal chapter in One Piece history, I have found something great. In the third page of this chapter, where we can see Luffy posing in front of the moon, Gorosei had exposed to us the truth nature about the Gomu Gomu no Mi. Gorosei stated that the Gomu Gomu fruit is actually a mythical Zoan Hito Hito no Mi model Nika. It uses body gains the properties of rubber. In combat, they're supposedly only limited by their imagination, putting smiles on faces far and wide. They are the embodiment of the warrior of liberation, awakening exponentially strength their rubbery body, and they have even more freedom. It is allegedly the most ridiculous power in the world. Then I realized that this is the answer for the biggest mystery in One Piece, which is why did Roger and his crewmates laugh when they arrived at the final island. I hope you guys pay more attention from this moment onwards of our discussion to the explanation that I will give to you. Alright, if we take a closer look to what did I mention about the explanation from the Gorosei just now, it exactly tells us the power of the Hito Hito no Mi model Nika itself. As we can see, it was as if Oda wants to compress all of the three devil fruit types, which is Logia, Paramisia, and Zoan into this one Hito-Hito no Mi model Nika devil fruit, and made even the Gorosei themselves say the power of this devil fruit is the most ridiculous power in the world. For example, we can see clearly in the chapter 1045, even Kaido himself was confused with Luffy's devil fruit power. Kaido said that the ability to affect the surrounding are likely to be a Paramisia ability, while the ability to transform into give fifth seems like a Zoan ability. So now we had Paramisia and Zoan ability, but then Oda hasn't shown to us the ability of the Logia on devil fruit Nika just yet. So here comes the idea of us where the ability of the Logia from this devil fruit will be shown by effect that will permanently happen to the surrounding. As an example, in chapter 570, we have been shown how the effect of Akainu and Kuzan Logia devil fruit awakening power has affected Pang Hazard permanently and even changed the atmosphere and climate, the landscape of that particular island. The island was known to the Marines as a large abandoned wasteland, making it the perfect battleground for Admirals Akainu and Aokiji's battle over the position of Fleet Admiral. After the end of the Summit War of Marineford, the duel lasts for 10 days, and the impact and scale of their battle caused one side of the island to permanently be embroiled in flame, including the water around it, while the other half became permanently frozen over. In the end, Akainu emerged victorious and the island was left transformed into its current state, a desolated wasteland of fire and ice. This is maybe a massive clue by Oda to us, showing how the Logia effect of the Hito-Hito no Mi model Nika will be coming. The effect of the awakening from this Hito-Hito no Mi will affect the atmosphere of the surrounding where the power is applied. But Chatomate, I know maybe you were thinking about how the devil fruit will change the surrounding into rubbers, isn't it? Well, if that was your thought, then I am sorry to say that it is not what I meant to say. As I said to you earlier, the explanation from the Gorosei in chapter 1044 is the explanation of the Hito-Hito no Mi model Nika's power, and we could see clearly that there is more than one ability being mentioned by the 5 elders regarding Nika devil fruit. The first one is the ability to give its users the rubber property. The second one is the ability to use their imagination as a limit, and the third one is to put smiles on faces. Nanda to? Yes, I was like you before. I also thought that the meaning of putting smiles on faces was the result of the action made by the devil fruit users, such as freeing a slave and helping to ease someone's burden. But then, when I reread the chapter of 1043, where Zunisha itself said that this was the first time the devil fruit being awakened after 800 years, and Zunisha even confirmed that it was Joy Boy who had awakened the devil fruit ability 800 years ago. I then tried to find some connection between what Gorosei had told us about the devil fruit and the history of Joy Boy, and guess what? It doesn't have any connection so far. I mean, as far as what have been revealed by Oda to us until today, Joy Boy is a failure. Let me explain to you. Joy Boy was failed to fulfill his promise to the Fishman Island, and he even apologized for his mistake. Joy Boy also being defeated by the 20 kingdoms, which now known as the world government, and resulting to the falling of the ancient kingdom, as we can see in the chapter 1066 that have been told by Vegapunk to the Straw Hat. And because of that failure, he prophesied that he will come back after 800 years as an incarnation to fulfill his promise. As far as I'm concerned, that is not even one single thing that Joy Boy did that could put smile on people's faces. Because of the loss of Joy Boy, the weaker one become the slave, and the one who knows about the true secret was annihilated. So in my point of view, the previous Joy Boy is likely to bring more miserable than joy. Do you feel me, my brother? Then how could Joy Boy put smiles on other faces if the smiles really is a result from the action of Joy Boy? Unless the ability to put smiles on faces was not because of the action, but it is because of the Hito-Hito no Mi model Nika's power itself. And if we see it that way, on that angle, it is in line with the ability of the devil fruit power that has been explained by the Gorosei. When we talk about the ability of a fruit that can make people laugh, does it sound familiar, right? Yes, because we have seen one in Wano, which is the smile fruit. The devil fruit that was categorized as a failure. Devil fruit had cursed the one who ate the fruit to smile, or should I say, laugh forever. And if you recall what I said in the beginning of this video, I was proposed that how could Roger and his crewmates laugh when they read the tale at the final island, when we know that it was a tale about the falling of an ancient kingdom, the loss of Joy Boy, the failure of Joy Boy, the unsuccess story of Joy Boy, a story of tyranny and oppression, and the prophesies of the future. Doesn't it seem unnecessary to laugh at that kind of tale? Unless if the island itself was affected by Joy Boy awakening devil fruit power, which is the power to put smiles on faces, or should I say laugh, that probably has the same effect as the Logia devil fruit that affected the surrounding permanently even after 800 years, resulting everyone that set their foot on that final island will laugh non-stoppable until they sprang their eyes with tears, no matter the tale that have been told by Joy Boy was sad or fun. And we have been shown by Oda the same circumstances before in last page of chapter 944 during Shimotsuki Yasui death. The folks of Wano keep laugh and laugh continuously even when Yasui has died in front of their eyes. That makes Zoro asking, why on earth did they laugh when someone was killed in front of their eyes? Or could I say, when someone who bring the joy to them, which is Yasui, has been killed in front of them? The answer was because the people of Wano couldn't stop from laughing because of the smile devil fruit. That is why I believe that the answer why did Roger and his crewmates laugh when they arrive at the final island is because the island was affected by the awakening power of Hito Hito no Mi model Nika by Joy Boy 800 years ago that have made the atmosphere of the island change permanently, and those who set their foot on that island will be affected by the awakening powers and laugh till their heart content, regardless the tale was miserable, painful, a story of tyranny and oppression. Because after all, Lafro Tale had been cursed with Hito Hito no Mi model Nika, Logia ability to change the atmosphere and surrounding permanently. And the answer for what the One Piece is, I strongly believe that One Piece is a vast treasure in the form of gold, jewelry, and money that have been left by Joy Boy on that final island. And besides the treasure, there are also poneglyphs that tell about the true history of One Piece world at that final island. That is, Kozuki Oden said in chapter 967 that in the face of that vast treasure, which was very real indeed, Roger just laughed, and so did the whole crew members. And because of the tale from the poneglyph and the condition that they can't stop laughing, Roger then gave the name to the final island as Lafro Tale. Finally, I have solved the biggest mystery in One Piece. Why did Roger laugh when he arrived at Lafro Tale, and what is the One Piece, I guess? So thank you guys for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel, Kimis Coverto and AB channel if you enjoyed this video. See you guys in the next content, and until then, my brother, there is no God except Allah, and Prophet Muhammad is his messenger. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah.